Alrighty, here we have Transformers Prime First Edition Bulkhead. Now, here's a figure that if you saw my RID Voyager Bulkhead review, when I reviewed that figure, I did not have this figure. And I'm pretty sure that I said in that review that I didn't have him because, one, it wasn't released in the States, two, I wasn't willing to pay what his asking price was at the time. I just really wasn't willing to shell out, $80, $90 or more for this guy. And what happened is I ended up picking him up in a trade from a board member off TFW. And as a result, I no longer have my RID Bulkhead, as he was involved in that trade. So, this is going to be a straight-up review of this figure. There won't be any comparisons between this guy and the RID Voyager. I will post a link down below to my review of the RID guy. If you guys want to check that out, you're welcome to. But yeah, so let's get on with this guy. As you can see, he is his armored SUV truck thing that he is in the Transformers Prime cartoon. Looks very nice. Looks really, really good. Nice representation of how he looks in the cartoon. As you can see the front, some nice detail on the front too. Yellow headlights, some kind of goldish, bronzish almost around the headlights. I'm not really sure what color that is, but it's not straight up gray either, I don't think. Nice bumper, nice detail here in the grille. Like the translucent windows on the side and the windshield, something that the RID version didn't really have. This one is painted, but that's alright, not a big deal. Taillights on the back, exhaust down here. As you can see, his energon mace weapon thing plugs in right back here on the back. Some more of that gold color right here too. Very nice. And it just plugs in there with that peg into that little hole right there. We'll set that to the side for now. Good detail on the top too. All around, really, really enjoy this vehicle mode. Very nice. Rolls nicely as well. No problems there. Now, as a vehicle, he's not huge, but that's okay. When he transforms, he gets a good bit bigger. So let's get on to that part of the review. First thing I like to do is like to unpeg the hood here from this section. That makes it easy to come down here and grab, and you're going to pull down at an angle and extend. Come around here, unpeg the legs from each other, rotate down, and rotate down here, rotate and rotate. Come down here, if you guys can see, there we go. Pull out the heel, pull out the toe, pull out the heel, pull out the toe. He's got some nice gold feet, looking good. From here, I'm going to come up here and I'm going to pop these little panels right here up and kind of lift these up a little bit, if you guys can see that. Do the same thing over here. Pop that up, and once you get one side up, it's easier to get the other side up and just kind of lift up. I'm going to come under here, pull the headlights forward and rotate, and pull forward and rotate. This side does that a lot easier on mine than this side does for some reason. And then what you're going to do is you're going to come back here. You're going to see these little tabs right here and these little holes down there. These are going to come all the way up and tab over that hole, which sometimes is a lot easier said than done for some reason. Here we go. There we go. And we're going to bring this down. We're going to pull that down, pop that up, and then flip the bumper forward just to fill in that hole right there. Okay, so now we've got that part of Bulkhead done. Let me raise the camera up here a bit. He does get a good bit taller. Let me see if I can pull out a little bit more. There we go. Now, from here, I'm going to come around to the back. I'm going to go ahead and pop that up and get that out of the way for now. And I'm going to take this section and I'm going to lift that up. And that's going to allow me to take this back wheel and unpeg that and then I'm just going to pop this out and swing it forward, like so. Same thing on this side. Unpeg the wheel and pop that side door out and swing it forward. And in the process, I've unpegged these panels here, pop those back up there. Okay. Now from here, I'm going to come back here. I'm going to extend the arms out. I'm going to get a clearance for everything. Well, why are we being a pain in the butt? There we go. Rotate the arms to the front, to the side. So, go ahead and do what I didn't do. Kind of angle those down, get those out of the way, and that makes it easier to swing the arms to the side, like so. Now, come back here. There's actually, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to pop his head up. Head pops up right here, like so. I'm going to swing this panel all the way down, like that. And then there's going to be this little tab right there that's going to peg in right. Get this down all the way. It'll peg right there, and then rotate. Well, why are you being? That's why. The arm was in the way, I think. There we go. Peg that in just like that. And we'll see if this side cooperates better. Yeah. Peg that in. Flip up the wheel. And now you got the wheels on his back where they're supposed to go. And then from here, we're going to take the arm, take it down. Now this is pretty neat. These little sections back here, which were the back of the truck, they collapse in on the shoulder, and as a result, this little black piece pops out. And that's pretty neat. Same thing over here. Bring the arm down, push in the shoulder pad, rotate the arm, flip the hand out, rotate the arm, flip out the hand, and here you have first edition Bulkhead in robot mode. Trying to get him back far enough so you can see him in the camera there. So he does get a good bit bigger once he's transformed. But as I'm sure most of you already know by now, this guy looks way more accurate to the cartoon model than the RID version does. Bigger as well. Definitely like what's going on in the chest more than the RID version. There's just more detail on what's going on. More involved in the transformation. Love the head sculpt. Let's see if I can get a good look at his head. Absolutely love that. Love how the eyes are a nice shade of blue that just really pop too. If you guys can see that. Really like that. Articulation. Head does rotate, but that's about as far as it goes just because of what's on either side of his head. Arms. We'll do a 360. Just gotta watch out for some clearance issues. You got a bicep swivel here, bend at the elbow. Hands will go in and out for transformation, but that's about it. Nothing at the waist. A nice little ratchet, and what might be a ball joint in there at the hips, but we'll go back and forth and in and out. Bend at the knee. And I guess you can kind of get some pivot or some tilt in the toes just due to transformation as well, but not a whole lot. So, you know, not bad with the articulation, not the greatest either. But, you know, it's Bulkhead. He's not supposed to be all bendy and flexible. He's a big, massive brute. Now, his weapon, all you gotta do is come over here, flip his hand back in, and then plug it in there at the end. And now he's got his Energon mace or wrecking ball or whatever you want to call it. And looking very nice. Quick size comparison. Here he is with first edition Bumblebee. As you can see, Bumblebee is, even with the first edition mold, a good deal smaller than Bulkhead. So Bulkhead does get appropriately massive from transformation, which is very nice. So yeah, I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's some nice detail there in the front too. Very nice. So if you can get your hands on this guy for a reasonable price or in some kind of a trade, definitely recommend picking him up, because I definitely like him much better than the RID version. Don't get me wrong, the RID version is a nice toy. If you can't get this guy, RID version will work just fine for your Bulkhead, for your Transformers Prime collection. But don't pass up a chance to get this guy if you can get him for what you feel is a reasonable price. So there you go, Transformers Prime First Edition Bulkhead. Thanks you guys for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon.